Ben, your manager described it as a gritty win. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think we showed great resilience, and we dealt with the adversity of conceding the goal quite early in the second half, and it can be tough when the momentum's against you. And I felt like it was, the start of the second half. When they've had the penalty, they've had a couple little half chances, and the boys have rolled their shoulders back, and we've gone and got the goal, and we've dug in, and yeah, it's brilliant.
And although they had a lot of play, Scott Flinders hasn't had many saves to make in that second half, has he?
No, I think he had two. Was it first half? Well, one where obviously he's come out and they've had the chance and he's missed the goal, but the other one has hit his chest. Apart from that, I feel like we had two great chances first half. With Reggie and Jake. I feel like if them two go and you're 2-0 up at half time, it's play with a bit more freedom. I don't think we played with enough freedom for the second half, if I'm honest.
There were some terrific blocks in the second half. You did one, Charlie Ragland did one. The body's on the line for Cheltenham. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, that's the minimum, isn't it? That should be the minimum requirement. There's no excuse not to put your body on the line. You can have a bad game technically with the ball sometimes, but you've always got to put your body about and be there when needed.
I have to ask you about the penalty. Do you think it was a penalty?
I've asked Huss. He said no. I just feel like it's an easy one for him to give. The same player, probably 2 minutes before, ran down the line with me, and he's tried to dive, and he didn't get a free kick. It was a throw-in for us, but they're frustrating because I feel like in front of the big stand at their ground, it's easy to give, which is, like I said, frustrating at the time, but like I said, we dealt with it really well.
And we're only in October, and you've doubled your goal tally from last season.
The goals scored, have we? Wow.
No, for you personally.
Oh, sorry,
you got one last season, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, one last season.
And then got two already this season.
Yeah. I mean, I used to get, when I first started playing, I'd get three a season, and that was always kind of my target. And then I went off it a little bit, and I mean, it's always nice to chip in with goals, especially when it means something like we've won the game 2-1 and I've scored one of the goals, so great.
How difficult are Chris Hussey's in-swinging corners to deal with for defenders? Because you must see him at training.
Yeah, it's for the defender. You're either in the right place or the wrong place. You can't adjust your feet enough to deal with it, and it's a flat curling ball. It's just if it's high up and people can adjust their body and get it away. But like I said, if you get the first touch, it's got enough pace on the ball. You don't really need to add any more.
Conceded the penalty, but ahead again very quickly. How important is that?
Massive. It's a bit like England today in the rugby. Second half they come out, Australia score a try straight away, England go bang, have that. So it's massive. It kind of just takes a bit of the edge off it, and it takes our backwards momentum. It swings it back towards us a bit more, which is. At the time it's a relief, obviously, but it gives you something to hold on to. If you're not going to perform too well, like I don't think we did second half, it gives you something to hold on to and fight for.
Switching sports quickly, did you get a chance to watch the rugby?
Yeah. I was up from 6 o'clock this morning buzzing for it, to be honest with you. It's brilliant, obviously. Bring on next week.
And you played football a long time, Ben. You played at a number of clubs, you played in sides and very successful. How would you assess Cheltenham's chances of finishing in the top, let's just say the top 7 to start off with right now?
Well, we've given ourselves a great platform to do that. A bit like today, leading the game, you've got something to hold on to and something to fight for, whereas last season it was a bit like win a game, you go up and then you draw one and you kind of come back, and it's frustrating, but we've given ourselves that chance. And now if we have that sort of form we had second half of last season, then that keeps us where we are now. But you've got to strive for more. We have to. We've had a look at a lot of teams already in this league. I don't think there's really been a team that should have beat us. Obviously, teams have had moments in games where they've looked better than us, but that's going to happen. People are going to have 5, 10, sometimes 20, even a half spell. We haven't been dominated for 90 minutes. We've always been in a game. So I think we just got to keep our heads down. Literally, it's boring, it's a cliche, we have to keep our heads down, keep doing what we're doing. It's so important to do that. If you take your foot off the gas at any moment, you slip up, momentum can easily shift the other way, so you have to be on it 100% of the time.
I'm sorry to take you back to this, but this time last year, your personal future at Cheltenham looked a little bit uncertain. It's been a miraculous change right from the change in formation.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm no stranger to that. I've had it a few times. When new managers have come in, they haven't really fancied me, and for whatever reason, that's and then it's changed in pretty much every club I've been at. That's always happened. I'm an honest person. I will always, whether I'm in the team, not in the team, I'll train properly. I'll give 100%. That's just my personality. So yeah, it was a massive turnaround, but one that's enjoyable.
And playing in the centre of the three, I mean, it looks from the outside as if you enjoy the position and you're really comfortable in the position. Is that fair?
Yeah, I love it. I played centre half when I was a kid, up till probably 20, 21 maybe, and then got pushed from pillar to post, which I was happy with. But I didn't realise, looking back now, maybe I wasn't really happy with it. I wanted to always kind of play in this position. It's a position I know, whereas centre mid, I can do a job there probably, but not as well as, say, Connor Thomas or let's be honest, they play better than me there. I play better than them in my position. So I'm really enjoying it.
Has being a central midfield player helped you to play in the position you're not playing?
Probably defensive midfield. Yeah, I played there quite a bit. That's probably helped me in the sense of playing in the centre of the pitch. But even when I played centre back in a two, I was always kind of in a team that played football and want to play football in that way. So yeah, I suppose it's all aided, the current situation.
You've had a run of away games just simply because of the way the fixtures are falling, particularly on Saturday. But you're back at home on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Obviously, you've been very strong. You talk about looking forward to each game. Is there any danger that people will go and go, well, it's only Macclesfield on Tuesday, we should win that?
I don't think we'll let that happen, if I'm being completely honest. We can't let that happen. There's no room for that, and I think the lads that we have got are honestly an honest bunch of lads. Like I said, we've dealt with a lot of adversity. There's games where on paper we probably shouldn't have won, and we have. But yeah, look at last season when we played Macclesfield. They were bottom, 2-0 up against us. The way we came back, whether it was against 10 men or not, that showed a lot of credit, and it also shows what they're capable of, and they've been better this season, like ourselves. So at the end of the day, Gaffer goes on about it, and it's so true. You need to have that underdog mentality where go into the game thinking, these are going to be good. So if you go in with that mentality, you're not going to fall short very often.
How are you going to celebrate tonight?
I'm literally going to chill out if the missus and little one lets me. Have a nice dinner and just watch. She'll probably put Strictly Come Dancing on. So I'll be half watching that and half watching him. So yeah.